Yo, this is Real Talk E. Welcome to the Locker Room. Talk nothing but basketball. Let's get negative. We're here to talk about Paul George, Devin Booker, and Klay Thompson. Now, if you guys haven't heard, if you guys don't know what happened, Klay Thompson went on Paul George's podcast, and they was talking, bro. They was chopping it up. They was having a good conversation, from my opinion. It was the first time I seen Klay Thompson really open up and talk publicly like this, where it's not a post-game interview or, pre-game interview or, NBA Finals, whatever interview type of thing. But it was great, bro, and I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I watched it from beginning to end. And actually, it was just one of the recent interviews that I was actually interested in watching and seeing what players had to say. Now, Devin Booker didn't feel the same way. I don't know where Devin Booker or what exactly Devin Booker got offended by, but he posted this on his IG story. Now, y'all explain to me, bro. Am I missing something? Like, are we in a different world? Are we in a different dimension? Are we the aliens? Are we in a different simulation? Is this a game? Because I don't remember Devin Booker winning a championship. I really don't. If y'all remember Devin Booker winning a championship, let me know. But last time I checked, Booker went to the finals in 2021 and lost. Am I wrong? Am I mistaken? I'm so confused by this comment. And mind you, bro, Devin Booker, that's my heart. I love Book. For me, that's my favorite player in the league.
Relax.
And I watched him since 2015. So if anybody here loves Booker, it's gonna be me. Pause. Have you in the pause. But it's gonna be me. So for me to come out and say this, it just shows you how crazy this sounds, bro. And the bad thing about this whole thing is Booker is known for being sensitive, bro. And this just added another example for people to use. How am I supposed to debate with people now, bro? How am I supposed to debate with people about Booker when all they're gonna say is, "But he's sensitive. He crying about double teams. He crying about people talking about him on a podcast." Book, what was you expecting, bro? The man has not spoke on a podcast. I don't think he's ever done it before. I genuinely don't think he's ever done it. Plus, that was a very big moment last year. I believe that was the first time Klay Thompson got a technical. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he even got ejected that game.
Huh?
So, of course they're going to talk about this. Of course this was going to be brought up. This was brought up pretty much all year after it happened. What made you think it was going to be forgotten now? The first time Klay Thompson opened his mouth and started talking about basketball and life or whatever, of course this was going to be brought up. And I don't think Klay wanted to really talk about it, to be honest with you. And Klay, he didn't even say nothing crazy. Am I bugging? I don't know. I might be bugging, bro. I might be tweaking, but he didn't even say nothing crazy. He was just like, "Yo, I love Book." Da da da. I was insecure. Booker was, he was cooking me that day. I wasn't where I was supposed to be. And I just got insecure, bro. And that's not who I am, bro. I don't flex my range. I don't do that. Even though I got them, that's not what I do. And with that being said, Booker's problem is not with Klay. It's with Paul George. So, from this alone, I don't see how Paul George is trying to be petty. I think he was genuinely asking about a moment, a very big moment that happened last year. That was huge. Now, for Booker to respond to this by saying, "Oh, go focus on winning a ring, don't speak of me," and calling him a bum, Paul George has been in the playoffs before you. Paul George took teams to the playoffs that did not belong in the playoffs. Paul George went head-to-head with LeBron and almost beat him. When LeBron was at his, I want to say his peak, but he was around his prime. Or he was in his prime. Paul George was right there, and he was younger. Paul George, throughout all these injuries, these crazy injuries, still plays at a very high level. Yes, he did had his down years, 2021, and maybe you could say 2022, but mostly 2021. 2020, yes, of course. He had his down years. He was in his head too much. He had some personal stuff going on. I don't know. But for you to sit here and talk about him like that is crazy. I mean, look in the mirror. Where's your ring? But anyways, yeah, it's enough of me rambling, chatting. It's time for you to let me know. Chatting down below, like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with the E, and it's time to leave the locker room. I'm going to catch ya. Safety, my hearts.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
The officials have to review it. And the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the three.
To win it. Good. That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection.
This is for the win. Got it. Wow.
At 7, working against Butler, got down.